glad you're here. We've been trying to get a hold of you all day. Where have you been? Meetings, I know, but what about your cell phone? You left it at home, charging. Oh my gosh, well, at least you're here now. Come in, have a seat. Yeah, you'll want to be sitting down. I have a pretty incredible story for you. Are you ready? Do you need anything? You want a drink? No, just tell you. Okay. Alright, so the government has decided to do this new super secret study on happiness. And since we both work for the government, you and I have both been chosen to participate in this happiness program. I know, it sounds kind of weird, but let me explain it. They've chosen about a dozen people across the country, all with government jobs, and you'll realize why they needed to have government jobs in a minute when I explain it a little bit more. And what they're doing is they're having us take a year, and for that year we can do whatever we want to do. And I mean whatever you want to do. There's a billionaire private donor who has given unlimited resources, so we really can choose absolutely anything that we want to do for that year. All of our bosses have been alerted that we may be taking a leave of absence for a year. Our jobs will be there with, no ramifications for taking the year off. They understand that it's not really our choice, that we've been selected for this program. Now, you could continue to work if you want to. Your boss will negotiate whatever you want to work. If you want to work part of the time, if you want to work full time, if you want to work for a month and then take 3 months off, you can do that if you want. But I don't know about you, but for me, if I don't need the income and I've only got a year, I will not be going to work during that time. I know, especially if there's no ramifications. So I love my job, but I can definitely find something else to do for a year. So there are a few stipulations with this. You can't keep anything that you purchase after the year. So if you go out and buy, a $4 million house, you have to give it back to the donor at the end of the year. The same thing with cars and things like that. So in reality, it probably just makes more sense to rent things that you want to use during the year. But and I don't know if little things like clothing or whatever you purchase, sort of for subsistence, that's fine, but you can travel however much you want. You can actually take people on trips with you and pay for their trips as well. So it's really just what you want to do, who you want to do it with, as long as the people are with you. You can't send your parents on a trip without you, but you can take them with you. You and I can do things together, or we can, totally do things apart. It's totally up to us, whatever we want to do. If you want to work on projects that you can continue after the year, you can, but yeah, I know they just told me it's unbelievable. I don't even really know how to react. They say we have a week to sort of get our affairs in order, and I guess kind of a buffer week to figure out, what we want to do so we don't miss any of our time thinking about what we want to do. But as of next week, this time, we have unlimited money and time to do whatever we want to do. I know. That's why we've been trying to get a hold of you all day. Because you've been selected for this unbelievable program, and it's been making me crazy not being able to talk to you and tell you and be excited. I know. I mean, it really gives you some perspective on what are the things that are important to you. If you didn't have to worry about work, you didn't have to worry about money, what would you do with your time? I know, I have big, big travel plans. All the places that I've read about in magazines and thought I would never, ever be able to go. I know. Well, and as part of the program, we'll have to check in periodically. We have to keep a video blog, a vlog of what we're doing on a regular basis. But again, it's like 5 minutes a day. We have to fill out, these weekly checklists. And I think it's once a month we have to stop off at a clinic, basically wherever we are, and have an EKG done to kind of test our brain waves to see how our brains change the happier we get. I guess the study is when you have everything you could want, do you really get happier? And what are the things that people do that actually make them happier? So it's a really interesting study. It's really exciting to be part of that too, but it's like being a lottery winner. And in many ways being a lottery winner without a lot of the pitfalls of the lottery with, all of your family members in the world coming out to ask you for money because you can't buy them anything. You can't, and I would keep it quiet that you can take people with you on trips because, you can always just let people think that if you take your family members or you take friends that they're paying for themselves, because you may get people coming out of the woodwork wanting to be your best friends once they find out you can take them on trips. But you can't buy your sister a house, you can't buy cars for various family members, you can't pay off people's loans and things like that. So a lot of the pitfalls that people run into with the lottery just isn't there. And the fact that it's finite, that it's only a year, we can do whatever we want for a year. A year's a long time, but I think it changes what you would do. Are you thinking at all about what you'll do? Yeah, I may try to write a little bit, just to have something. I don't know, I think after a month or so I'll want something creative to be working on, some sort of project. Yeah, but I don't know what that is yet. I think the first thing I'll do, I've wanted to go to a destination spa forever. And I think I'll take like a week, at least a week, and go to a destination spa and just kind of use that time to really figure out what I want to do. Like, it's hard to think right now since I've been at work all day. Like, it's hard to separate myself from tomorrow morning. I don't have to get up and go to work. I know, and there's, people I want to visit that I haven't visited in ages that I just haven't even thought about because flying to them is so expensive. I know, and there's restaurants I want to try, and there's wine I want to buy. I know. I don't mind too much that I can't keep anything that's not like perishable because I don't care that much about clothes anyway. But although I may go on a bit of a spending spree for clothes just for the year, like stuff I can wear that I would never buy for the year. And just the fun of going on a spending spree and not having to worry about what it costs. Can you imagine? I mean, that's not very important to me. I'd probably spend an afternoon doing that. You'd spend a lot more time. Whatever floats your boat. I mean, I think that's the really exciting thing about this is it's whatever floats your boat. It's like whatever works for you. I know. Think about it. What are the things that you've always wanted to do? I know, I really am going to have to, again, it's why I might do the destination spas, just get away, get some time to think. I don't even know if I'll tell people right away until I figure out what I want to do. I know. I may tell some of my family members eventually, like ones I want to take on trips, but actually that'll be a lot of fun too, to be able to take some people who couldn't afford. I know my parents would love to go on a cruise, and even though I don't really like a cruise, that doesn't interest me that much, I may go just to let them go. Yeah. Oh, my mother would love it, and my mother would love it to go with me, because she would know it's not something I really want to do. I'm just kind of doing it for her, and that would make her feel special too. What else do you think that you'd do? Oh, I know, doesn't that sound like a luxury? Just to have that time. Just time to do nothing. Time to read a book. Time to work on projects. Time to... Oh, you're right. One of the first things I'm doing is I'm having a cleaning crew come out and clean my house so that I don't have to clean my house. Oh, and I'm going to have them come every week. I don't want to have to clean my house at all for a year. Oh, how wonderful would that be? What other stuff do I not want to do? Oh my gosh. It's limitless. I'm going to get like a personal assistant to pay my bills and stuff so I don't have to... I know that sounds crazy, and probably once I have lots of free time that stuff wouldn't bother me as much because I'd have the time to do it. But yeah, I have some projects I'd want to work on too. Just even like some crafty stuff, just sitting out on a beach, like knitting or, working on cross stitch or, whatever. Just being able to do that and read some trashy magazines and read some beach novels and just, have the time to relax. But I have a feeling some of that will grow old pretty quick too once I get kind of caught up on sleep, and it'll probably change month to month what I want to do. I know I want to do a lot of traveling. I've never been to Europe at all, and there's so many places I would like to go. Yeah, I really want to go to Barcelona. I've wanted to go forever. I have some family members who've been, actually cousins that were in high school that went with like school trips and stuff, and they loved it, and I've read so much about it. Do you have places that you'd really, really like to go? Oh, yeah. Oh, that sounds wonderful. Just travel around, be able to take tours and see things I've never seen. I might want to just learn something silly too, like, I don't know, like learn how to make wine or learn how to. Boy, I could learn something to completely change my career if I wanted. Take that time to completely change how I live after this year. I know. Oh, I could go to India and just study meditation. I've been reading this book about this man um, who went and he's studied meditation extensively, and he would take month long, or I think he even took a year long meditation trip. And while I'm reading this book, I'm just thinking, who has a year to take to go study meditation? Who is able to make that happen? I mean, I know people do, but I can barely figure out how to take a weekend. I know, but now we have that opportunity. We can do whatever we want. I know it'll be interesting to really sit down and think about what are the things that would make me happy. What are the things that, how do I want to spend my time? I know I spend my time doing stupid things, but I mean, I can't imagine watching television when I could be doing anything else. I mean, I'm sure I will. I'm sure I'll watch movies and things like that, but I know there's all of these things that I just can't find the time to do, or the money. It'll be a fascinating year. You and I need to talk like once a week, just at least, no matter where we are in the world, and figure out, what one another is doing. Won't it be interesting how different our lives will be a year from now? I know it'll be sad to have to go back to life as normal, but a year's a long time. Isn't it the most incredible thing? We are right now the luckiest people in the world. We really are. Can you imagine having a more incredible opportunity? I can't either. Well, here, I say we cheers with some champagne. Congratulations to us, the greatest sweepstakes winners in the world. Cheers.